Hey everyone, I think I might start doing videos like this in the beginning just to have a little bit more structure so I'm not rushing myself through, um, you know, walking through the clips and everything. So basically this week was supposed to be the first real week of prep before the competition in a couple weeks. And unfortunately it didn't really end up going the way I wanted. I hurt my wrist a little bit, well, my other wrist on Monday, so my second session of the week, which really prevented me from doing a lot of the Olympic movements for 3 full days. Um, so, I was frustrated with that. Whatever. You'll see, I did some other stuff in the middle of the week to supplement, but it ended up being pretty a decent week, honestly, all things considered. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So these first couple of clips are gonna be from the Sunday session where it was prescribed to do a heavy single and snatch. So these are the workups to that heavy single. I ended up missing that one behind my back. I tried it again, I missed it, so I went back down, and I didn't really follow the progression. This was my first session out in my garage, which I was really happy about. It's not my normal platform. I had to do this makeshift one, and it was sliding around like crazy and making me kind of mad. This was my top set for the day. It was like 88 kilos or whatever. I did some clean and jerks, but the platform was sliding around so much that even when I tried to do a split jerk, it like slid and I almost fell. And I got really frustrated and I stopped, knowing that I was going to have power cleans the next day and stuff. So I went off a little bit there. That was fine. Now, in the last couple of videos, I've talked about how I've struggled with the power movements a lot, especially snatching. And I look back at some old videos and I power snatched this 155 or 70 kilos from a hang way easier than from the floor. So I tried it again and it worked. So I think I'm just going to keep doing that. Talked about hurting my wrist. I did it on my second set of these triples for front squat at 125 kilos. And I just had to stop right away, which was unfortunate. I took 2 days, 1 day off, I think, completely. And then I tried doing snatches, and that only worked up to like not even 80 kilos, and that was pretty hard. So the rest of this day, I just decided to have fun and push myself a little bit. So I did some squats. This is just a triple at like 153 or something like that. And then I said, screw it, and I went heavy on deadlifts. So this is 180. Well, it's really like 181 because one of those is a 45-pound plate. And then I did 201, which is actually a PR. I did 200 when I did powerlifting, and it was conventional and stuff, whatever. But that was pretty cool. I kind of did it without a second thought, Like, it was hard, obviously, but not as hard as I thought it was going to be because I didn't really even know what I was loading. I just kind of kept putting weight on, and that helped. I did some pull-ups, whatever. But, having one of those sessions where, yes, I went off program, was just kind of nice. I don't know. I got to goof around and be like gym bro-ish. This was Thursday where I really just tried to stretch my wrist out a little bit. And it's the right one. The left one is still hurting. The right one was the main problem here now, though. Like, I couldn't even really do front rack. This was the first day I was able to. So that was good. I just did some pressing in the garage. And you could see my normal platform there. So Friday, I took an ibuprofen, or 2 ibuprofen, excuse me, and I worked up to heavy singles in both of the lifts. I was feeling real slow in the snatch. This is the first workup to the first heavy single, and I got up to 205. But man, I was feeling slow and weak. I didn't really walk before this. Usually I walk to warm up. Here's that 205. Walked it forward, but I caught it. And I went back down to 185 because it was like percentage of heavy single, whatever. And I missed it twice, so that was frustrating. Did it again, made 195 pounds here. And then I tried 210 because I wanted to do heavier than the previous heavy single, and I missed it backwards. So I said, whatever, I'm going to add 5 pounds because I missed it backwards. And I made this really nice rep of 215, which is only 5 pounds off my pressed out max. Now, this is 125 kilos, which I almost made, which would have been a like 8 kilogram PR. Which, I hadn't done front rack stuff all week, and then I was able to pull that off. So that was really convincing, I guess. Obviously I missed the jerk. That's what I always miss, I feel like. But that was really cool. So, and then I did some squats. It's been a lot worse of a week. I thought it was going to be a real thorn and like maybe even prevent me from doing the competition with this other wrist injury. I think moving forward, I'm just going to wrap my wrists no matter what I'm doing. And then after I do this competition, I can just take some time off from front rack stuff and then kind of ease back into it with hopefully not relying on wrist wraps, because that's one thing, like I'm trying to avoid all things like that. Like I don't use knee wraps, I don't use belt. Like I just want to do the stuff. I don't want to be tied to those things just to do the lifts, right? So something that, a good takeaway, obviously I hit some pretty good numbers on Friday. But a big takeaway that I think is that, I didn't let this setback get the best of me. In previous videos, I've talked about how, if things didn't go exactly how I thought they would, I would get pretty mad, and, that would affect me for a while. And, I took the opportunity to take a couple days off, which I probably needed. Got to have fun on Wednesday, do some heavy pulls, heavy squats, whatever. And everything turned out fine, at least for right now, right? So I'm hoping that this wrist stays fine, but we'll see. The next week is really set up the same. It's it's heavy single, waves of heavy single, and so on and so forth. So really starting to ramp up. Hopefully I can get right back to where I was. So thanks for watching.